I appreciate it. My name is Kate, for those that I haven't met. And before I get into it, I want to ask for forgiveness for my very old school paper notes. Sorry, if I relied on my memory to say everything I needed to, I would forget the most important things. So I thought that I would print these out. And the reason that it's so important is because this moment really matters to me. It's really important. You guys are the first audience that I'm presenting this to in person. I've been talking about it on social media for a while, and I got this opportunity from Shuri to talk to you about it this morning. And to be doing so in a room full of such extraordinary women is really, really meaningful for me. And then Shuri, thank you to you for inviting me and for giving me this opportunity. You are so consistently and authentically supportive and empowering of everyone in your life, and it's so special. It really is. It's very, very unusual to see someone be just always so open and giving. And yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah, mate, all of you.
Thank you. It's that energy actually that brings me here and that has me standing here today. That energy of giving and support. I really feel like these days we need that more and more. I think community is so important to one's wellness and one's longevity, the quality of your relationships. And there are many studies out there that prove it. So that kind of energy is, it's everything for people to connect like that and encourage one another. I think the world needs more of people supporting people, women supporting women, not just in business, but in life. And I really think that, it's something that we have to cultivate, and we have to really focus on connecting with one another in that way. It's so funny, after more than 20 years in branding and communications, which I have, I haven't gotten nervous public speaking in a very, very long time. And I was preparing for today, and I was like, God, why am I feeling these butterflies that I haven't had in so long? And I realized it's not just nerves, it's passion. It's because what I'm talking about today means so much to me. And not just the quality of your relationships, but also that passion, having something in your life that gets you to wake up in the morning and feel excited. If you have it in your work, amazing, good for you. If you don't, you need to find it somewhere else, because it really, really makes a difference having something that inspires you every day when you wake up. And so what I'm presenting to you today is what really inspires me. It's a philosophy that I have developed and that I believe in with every fiber of my being, and that is that the future of wellness is happiness. The business that I'm going to tell you about, as Shuri mentioned, that houses that philosophy is Mama Mudra. So Mama Mudra, I'll tell you how it started very quickly. So when I fell pregnant with my third child, I had two small daughters already, a very busy career, busy home life. And because I'd had relatively good, the baby's so distracting. Sorry. So beautiful. And easy pregnancies the first time around, I had a lot of people in my network ask me about my training, what I did to stay in shape, what I did in the pregnancy, all of these kind of things. And so I fell pregnant with my third, and I thought to myself, here's my chance. I'm going to document this pregnancy. I'm going to be in the gym. I'm going to be eating right. I'm going to inspire women that have babies and everything. And it was such a great idea. I chose the handle Mama Mudra, Mama for obvious reasons. Mudra because it's a yoga hand gesture. It's about energy transference, but it's also got a really beautiful meaning. And I'm also a writer, so I love alliteration, so it really worked for me. And then I really got into the third pregnancy, and I felt like hell. I was exhausted. I didn't get out of bed. I barely got to the gym. I certainly didn't document anything. So that Instagram page became a secondary page just for my kids and my family and my friends, and it remained very private and very dormant for a long time. And then a couple of months ago, I turned 50, and I had a lot of people in my network ask me what I did. Again, nutrition, skincare, all of these things at that age. But there were a lot more questions than that, and it was a lot to do with motivation and joy. And I realized that people are craving a deeper meaning to life these days. It's not just about superficial results and answers. It's really, people are looking for something a lot more meaningful. And so I realized and thought about why that was. And I know there are a lot of people in the room that are in the wellness industry, so I'm sure that you'll agree with this. But for a long time, the messaging in the wellness industry has been very punitive. It's been very anti-aging, fight this, don't do that, restrict this, And I think to be repeating that tone to ourselves every single day is really leaving a very sort of negative imprint on ourselves. So I came up with the philosophy of the future of wellness being happiness, because I believe that it underpins all of that. And I think that if you were just talking now about having lost your dad, anyone in the room that's lost someone close to them, probably most of us have, if you don't celebrate each day and wake up each day being grateful for that time, it almost feels selfish. So to fight aging or to try and pretend that we don't want it to happen is such a terrible approach to aging when it really is such a gift. So I thought, when chasing wellness goals, there's nothing wrong with wanting to look great. Obviously, I certainly am all about staying in shape, skincare, but to try and add a layer to that of really feeling alive and really embracing our lives and the days that we're given. So that's exactly what Mama Mudra is all about. It's a new kind of wellness platform. It's about bringing everything under one roof: longevity, community, joy, wellness, all of it. It's about, I know there's so many other wellness platforms out there that focus on one modality, so one form of nutrition, one form of training. It's going to be about everything under one roof. At the moment, it's very much about what works for me, because obviously I'm building a brand around myself, but it's going to bring a lot of other forms onto the community and into the platform. I'm certainly not going to be the voice, because I'm not the expert in everything, but I am going to bring experts in their fields onto the community for everyone to have access to. The global wellness economy, I'm almost at the end, I promise. The global wellness economy is valued currently at over $5 trillion, which is enormous. It's meant to reach 7.7 by 2027. So the opportunities are massive, but very few brands still out there are speaking to joy. And that's where Mama Mudra is different. We're not selling restriction, we're building happiness. And that's a whole new category. So at the moment, we're building a studio in Cape Town where we're going to house micro events. I'm moving into large-scale events next year, and ideally festivals. That's the plan. Maybe on Robben Island, I don't know. Wow. Drop that in there. And it makes perfect sense for anyone wondering why me. My husband Sean has spent his whole career building the biggest music festivals and events around the country and around the world in entertainment. And so I've seen many times, standing by his side for over 20 years, the transformative power of music and connection and joy on a dance floor. So I want to bring wellness into that and really make it something exciting and that makes people feel alive. As mentioned earlier, we're still in our infancy. So right now, if you join the community, we're very focused on growing that community and content. But the multi-layered ecosystem that will include events, festivals, retreats, all of it, will launch from next year. And then also a commercial layer, which I've just been speaking to Sheree about, with product development and a whole bunch of other things. And so in closing, I'm going to read this part word for word because I want to get this right. Mama Mudra isn't about perfection, it's about balance. It's the balance between discipline and delight, between meditation and music, and between stillness and celebration. So if you leave with one thought today from what I've said, let it be this. Wellness isn't just how long you live, it's how alive you feel while you're living. And that feeling of joy, connection, and vitality is what we're building with Mama Mudra, and I really hope that you all join us.
Yay!